Welcome back, everybody. It is a spicy, spicy day. We've got Mr. ETHPow coming at us with last month's Fed notes. Big implications there on the Fed notes. Lots of information to take in. That's going to be published at 2 p.m. live, and we'll be here for it, watching the markets. So we're going to be going over, real quick, kind of the upcoming events for the markets in general, big events. We're going to take a look at our favorite charts. We're going to relook at Bitcoin. There's a bunch of things moving today, so we got a lot to cover. We got Near protocol moving, ETH proof of work, kind of wild card. With a big move today, we're going to catch back up on Solana. We'll probably take a look at BONK, as everyone seems to be talking about BONK. Oh god, it's SHIB all over again, is what it is. If you're out there, we got like 100, 200 viewers on YouTube. We got somebody on TikTok 7. Welcome. Make sure you're smashing the likes, subscribe, engage with the stream. That means chatting, voting, etc. in the polls. The more engagement we get, the more people YouTube shows this live stream to. So keep our momentum going by helping out there. Shout out to our sponsors real quick. BingX, Bybit, and Market Cypher. They are leading industry tools and exchanges. Highly recommend them. You can check them out in the video description below or in the live chat. So let's jump into it. I also really quick wanted to go over, oh man, TikTok froze already, and so did YouTube. What in the hell? Oh wow, this is a big bad. This is bad. What the heck? Why did this happen? Oh no. Oh no, technical issues. No. Our worst nightmare. Why is this happening? Oh no. Might have to ditch the TikTok stream. It's goofing it up. I swear, if this doesn't come back on, I'm going to be pretty trolled. Wow. Pretty trolled. Frozen in time. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to do. Like, I turned the camera off, turned it back on. What in the hell? Oh my, I wanted to shout out Crown Analysis. This is a market blog that we're launching off in the new year. You can check it out at crownanalysis.com. You can navigate over to the market corner down here, browse archive, and you can see our newest published articles. More to come if you're interested in writing. Let me know in Discord. God, I don't know what to do with my camera. I've never had this happen. Not like right off the bat. Man, I might have to dump the TikTok crap. Okay, let's do that. We're dumping TikTok. Sorry, TikTok. It was a great stream. Holy shizzle, I don't know what to do here. Why is this not working? What in the F is happening? Oh, wow. Wow, this is the worst start to a stream ever. Don't worry, guys. Keep the hype going. It's going to be a fun day. We got a lot of good charts to look at. Hopefully my camera comes back. I don't know what to do. This has literally never happened. Literally never happened before. Shit. I mean, I could end the stream and start again, but I don't really want to do that. We got a lot of viewers, a lot of people watching out there. Sure. No? Okay, TikTok. All right, well, we maybe not going to be streaming to TikTok anymore because this has goofed everything up. I really don't know what to do. I turned the camera off and turned it back on. Lasai. I guess we're gonna go with no camera for a little bit. I don't know. Man. We'll keep pushing through, and I honestly do not know what to do about that camera. This has never happened, and randomly decided to shit the bed. Come on. All right, let's take a look at the big upcoming events today. Today at 2 p.m. in 23 minutes, we'll have the FOMC meeting minutes. So let's give that a little bit of background. We'll give that a little background. So essentially, let's do it this way. The FOMC, or Federal Open Market Committee, releases a transcript of the meeting, including a detailed account of the discussion and any disagreements among members. They are released a few weeks after the meeting, typically 3 weeks after the statement is released. The minutes provide insight into the thinking of the FOMC members and can help market participants understand the rationale behind the FOMC's decisions. They are closely watched by market participants, and they can provide clues and direction of monetary policy in the future. The FOMC. Minutes, let's see. The FOMC minutes can have a significant impact on economics as they provide insight and thinking. For instance, if they are considering tightening monetary policy, for example, by raising the target rate for federal funds, as we've seen over the last year, it can lead to an increase in market rates as investors anticipate the borrowing costs will rise. This can lead to a decrease in demand for credit and a decrease in economic activity, and that is what we've seen month over month here. On the other hand, if the minutes suggest the FOMC is considering easing monetary policy, for example, by lowering the target rate, it can lead to a decrease in market interest rates as investors then anticipate the borrowing costs will fall. This can lead to an increase for demand in credit and an increase in economic activity. Overall, the FOMC meetings can have significant impact on financial markets and the economy as they provide important information to participants. That's a pretty good summary. It's a pretty good summary. Should I just leave me frozen here? I don't really know what to do about that. My ADD will not drop this. Just like will not drop it. Deactivate maybe. Maybe that'll do it. Activate? I don't know. Didn't work. No, it's not showing anything. Good enough. Okay. What else do we have going on? We have Jolt job openings, which I actually am not familiar with. But Jolt job opening numbers in November came out today. The forecast at 10 million, it looks like job openings a little bit higher. That's definitely what the Fed wants to see. They want to see new job openings with people not actually filling the jobs. They want to see unemployment down, or unemployment up, people with jobs down. ISM manufacturing PMI in December forecasted 48.5, actual 48.4, just underneath their forecasts. Man, what the this is throwing me off. In the upcoming days, so tomorrow we have ADP non-farm employment change, initial jobless claims. That's a big one. That's a huge one. We're going to see that tomorrow. Crude oil inventories, and then on Friday, wrapping up the week, non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate, and ISM manufacturing PMI. So we have a lot to look at this week, and definitely with these notes coming out in just 11 minutes here, we're going to have some spice for sure. What we've seen is markets really looking strong here off of the anticipation of these notes being released. So the question is, are we seeing the Fed move to a dovish stance, basically not looking to increase rates or looking to slow down the pace of the rate increases? And markets would suggest yes today. They would suggest yes today. Just looking at crypto, we see across the board, the top, let's see, we have to go all the way down to number 11, just OKB. We see a 24-hour gain among almost all of the top cryptocurrencies. Stocks up about 1% or 0.5%. We're looking at US 500 with 1.1, US 30 and Dow about 0.6. S&P, NASDAQ leading with stronger gains. I really can only look at this one way. I think we're about to see the Fed get a little bit more dovish. Hopefully that's not just hopium. Mexon01 subscribe. Thanks for subscribing, man. Taking this scribe's virginity. The first subscriber. If you're out there and you haven't subscribed yet, join us. Join us by clicking the subscribe and notify, enable notifications, whatever. Whatever. Let's look at the biggest gainers. We have ETC, which I already have pulled up. ETC with a pretty monstrous candle here. We'll check that out. Near Protocol, something that we have actually looked at for the last maybe 3 streams in a row. Trading at $1.60. We saw a 20% gain in today's candle. We'll jump into that more in just a bit. We have LDO, which actually I probably should pull up as it has been on the radar for quite some time. We'll take a look at that too. Ethereum proof of work, we have Nexo, Filecoin, AAVE, and eCash. Man, we have some big gainers. It's interesting to see even kind of legacy coins like Dash having a big 24-hour period. Unusual. Bit, or I believe that's Bybit's token, up 42% this week as the biggest gainer, and we will actually pull that one up as well. Bit. I don't know if we have it. Bit. There we go. Cool. We got those pulled up. Sorry about no camera if you're just joining us. I don't know what happened to it. This is the first time it's ever happened. Just not working. Don't know. I'm like sitting here trying to make it work, even though it's probably fruitless. I'll try restarting it one more time. I don't know. This is effing weird, man. Never had this happen before. So I guess we're just going to go no video today, where we're kind of just working on the fly. Biggest losers: XDC, HBAR, Luna C, Token Exchange, XRP down 5%. Interesting. HBAR, no surprise there. XRP a little bit more surprising. We'll definitely pull up XRP for later in the episode. We'll pull that up. Oh, here's the good news about not having a camera. I can pick my nose and nobody will know. That's good. That's quality. All right, let's jump into Bitcoin before we get into these other charts with just 17 minutes left. I know I said 11 earlier. 17 minutes left. We'll jump into the Bitcoin TA. Hopefully you can knock that out before the notes are released. So, yeah, shout out to Ultra Chaos Steve, too, in the Discord, one of our beloved admins and community members. Really driving home the Ichimoku cloud. I wanted to take a look at this. So, interesting, today's candle on the day for Ichimoku cloud rallying off the TK. Usually a good sign. Sitting above at 17.3 would be our Kaijun or our slower moving, longer, you can think of it as a longer moving average for Ichimoku cloud. A very solid target. If we see continuation today, 17.3, really a great target for any long position. We are going to update you on my live trades. They're still open. Those longs, baby. I took the right time. But sitting above is actually a more interesting price point. What we see on the daily for the Ichimoku cloud is this fat, flat cloud. This is, I don't know if this is actually real TA. When I say real TA, I mean traditional. But in my experience of trading over all these years, fat, flat clouds are magnetic to price. Doesn't guarantee price will go there, but it certainly does suggest that there is something in the next 17 days, potentially looking at 18.5. That would be just a slightly higher high from December. Wouldn't get us out of the woods, but that is a great sign. I'm going to take it. I'm going to definitely kind of combine this, use Confluence to see if other indicators and other things are looking at the same price. But for now, I think those are great targets. Market Cipher B. VWAP is rocketing with momentum moving up. It does look like a higher low there on money flow in the negative. That's definitely looking, in my opinion, for that 17.3. RSI, really nothing special there for the day. Not too special. We're going to look at maybe the 12. Let's look at the week first. After rejecting from the TK at 18.5 in December, we have not set new lows. Now, Market Cipher B, this still looks pretty janky as money flow is coming down. VWAP is making kind of a miracle move to the upside, which is good. And we are absolutely coming off bullish divergence on our lows as our RSI lows have come up and our price lows have come down. So these are two things potentially looking for that, what was it? 18.5-ish number. And again, the weekly TK sitting right there. Kaijun at 20K. I think those would be great targets. You can see we're far below the clouds, unfortunately. Wow, I didn't even have it on logarithmic. Far below the clouds, we have a very flat, nasty bulk of resistance suggested by Ichi. And that flat cloud on the weekly actually looking higher up at maybe 42. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's flip it on down to a lower time frame. 12 hour. 12 hour, right there at 17.3. Ichimoku cloud really looking for that 17.3 number. We're seeing it on the daily and down to the 12 hour. That's looking pretty nice. 12 hour on Market Cipher B looking decent. Momentum's up, VWAP's up. Likely have that same bullish divergence on your lows. Let's go down to the 6. I believe this is what Steve was looking at. So Steve actually posted this in the Discord a few days ago, and I like it. We saw a weakness in the cloud right here as the cloud flipped from red to green. The colors really don't matter. It's their position versus the candles. flipped from red to green. We saw a very weak spot. So we didn't actually see a rally through it as we would have expected. I think what I take away from this is, well, we do have a weak cloud below us now. We had it above us. So that might be a place that the market would look to push price down, unfortunately. But we are above the clouds, and this is the first time, I think, since Sam Bankman-Fried wasn't in jail, that we are above the clouds on the 6 hour. And things are looking pretty decent there. Market Cipher B, I think this is very bullish. The only thing I don't really love about the 6 hour here is our VWAP did make a lower high. 6 hour has a little bit of weakness there, but momentum is really being pulled up with money flow. And this is the first time the 6 hour has seen positive money flow since December 16th when it finally rolled over. I think that's actually looking pretty good for that 17.3 target. 4 hour above the clouds as well. A nice little back test on its way up. And money flow moving into green. We're seeing this on the 4 hour and the 6 hour. Pretty interesting stuff. It seems like they both kind of rolled over from positive to negative around the same time in December, and now they're rolling back together. That can definitely lead to an explosive move here. RSI a little bit overbought, but we're not seeing divergence at the moment. This is our highest point in price and our highest point in RSI. So 4 hour actually pretty decent. Pretty decent, man. 2 hour making a healthy climb here. Money flows up. Wow, we have one of our favorite Market Cipher B patterns playing out, potentially. The inverse head and shoulders on our momentum. We don't get this very often, but when it does play out, it has led to some pretty serious upside moves. I do like that the money flow is up, momentum is up. Really, everything, in my opinion, is targeting that 17.3 level so far. As we jump down to maybe the hourly time frame, something that I didn't actually look at, but now I see, is every time frame we've looked at so far, we have been above the clouds and above the TK and KJ lines. That is pretty indicative, or that usually is a precursor to a rally. I think 17.3 is the target there. I don't know. Money flow remaining positive, but this is actually a little bit weaker than I would have liked. We do see lower highs here and lower highs on VWAP. Not ideal. I'm going to flip it down to the 5 minute. I'm going to get rid of Ichimoku Cloud because we won't need it on low time frames. It definitely works on low time frames, but I don't think it's very reliable. Money flow with a higher high, momentum still up. All right, I'll take it. This is looking like an uptrend. We do see some potential bearish divergence on the 5 minute with our highs and RSI. What we're going to want to see here for the 5 minute to kind of hold on to its bullish trend would be further upside, and that's what seems to be happening here. As the candle pushes higher in literally as I say it, that's looking pretty good. I wonder something. What if we took the high here and connected it to our low? Does that go anywhere? 17.2. That's our 3. Just got an alert that we set a higher high. Thank you, phone. Appreciate it. Let's go to the 15. Yeah, it's still kind of janky like the 5. We have lower highs here, but momentum is really pushing through, and VWAP is refusing to roll over. More neutral than the 5 minute. 30 minute coming back up. VWAP doing the same thing, just holding on to positive territory. I don't hate it. I don't hate what I'm seeing. 45 is actually pretty ugly with this lower high here. VWAP rolling over. Interesting. My take here, my little read, as I orient my compass every day as I do, well, let's go to the daily again, is I think we may be running into this resistance here from our highs on the day at 16.9. Our really low time frames not looking quite as hot as I would have liked, so I wouldn't be surprised to see maybe this 5 minute push a little bit higher and come back to that 16.9 resistance. It may actually get pushed back underneath it. Time will tell. The shorter time frame is really not as confident as the longer that we looked at, and so I do believe that this will look for a little bit of retracement maybe into the next few hours, but 17.3 really being suggested by these higher time frames. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Digging it, man. This is pretty good. It's pretty good. Let's pull up our TA from our last stream. Or this is kind of a chart we've held on to for a while. We identified a broadening pattern. We've kind of escaped it, or at least we're trading kind of without regard to it. but we were looking for a move to 16,890. We did get it after finding support at 16,620. A little bit lower than we were looking for on the last stream, but that clearly was some kind of stop hunt as prices continued to rally. This is looking pretty good. The thing I like about this climb, I think I pointed this out last stream, is kind of the cleanness that is testing these supports before making bigger moves. We're seeing pullbacks. We're not seeing just up inefficient price action. We're seeing really a solid staircase being built behind us. And as we see this hourly take off, it almost looks too good to be true. As it's pretty much moved up and pulled back, I would expect, I think that's looking actually pretty decent. The previous resistance at 16.9 to be tested as support would be better if it didn't. I guess the FOMC meeting notes in 8 minutes, likely to give us some clarity there. Likely to give us a little bit more clarity. Why? Man, I'm so thrown off by this camera thing. I just don't understand. I turned it off, turned it on, still not working. Sorry. This is our first, I want to say this is the first stream we're not going to have visuals. We're not going to have the camera on. Nothing I can do about it. I don't know. But these levels looking really solid. The long position. Let's actually go to our live stream trades. So still in the same position. In the last stream, I did move the stop up into profit. I wondered if that was the right call. And looking at, this is BingX's chart. BingX, great exchange. I've really enjoyed using them actually. You can see we almost got hunted. We got a wick down to 16.6. Our stop was at 16.589. Didn't get hit. Retook our trend line, and now we're seeing higher highs. So that long trade, 12% in profit. 12% taken live. In profit, looking pretty good. I have 2 positions open for the same trade. This one's much bigger. 14% open. You can see the P&L much larger there. So those trades are looking pretty safe with their stops moved up. I am a little bit hesitant to move it up anymore. I think logically I could look to move it up to 16.7, but I don't really want this to close. If you caught the last stream, I explained my reasoning for this long, and it was a little bit out of the ordinary. Typically, we are using the chart to find entries and exits, etc. For this one, it really was a play or a hedge, so we could say I was using leverage correctly. This was a hedge. I did do some tax loss harvesting at the end of last year, and so I looked to equal that out by opening a long of equal proportion. Because I don't know if my lower buy order will get filled, I moved what I sold to 13.8. It may not get filled, and so in order to kind of hedge the risk there of price not coming back to 13.8, I opened this long to basically neutralize any unrealized losses as price moved up. And now it is looking like a very intelligent play. Looking pretty good. Looking to close a little bit of that long at 17.1, but I might change that because, again, this is a hedge. I don't really want to close it until I can rebuy my Bitcoin that I sold. So this isn't actually closing the whole thing. It's closing just a little bit of it, less than half at about 17.1. That lines up really well with what we were literally just talking about with a move to 17.3. I think that makes a lot of sense. All right, we have less than 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes. We have no video feed until the FOMC meeting notes are out. So what we're all going to do is we're going to open up a new browser tab. We're going to type in Fed meeting minutes January. And in 5 minutes, we're going to all look to see who can find these minutes released first. And what I want you to do is put where they're released in the chat if you find them. They're going to have to be from an article published after 2 p.m. today, or else it's just speculation. There goes my alarm. It's just speculation, so please put that in the chat. We have a few minutes here. Let me read this. What's up, Robert Nitz? How you doing, man? Unplug it, blowing the connection, just like a Nintendo. Yes. Yes. Unfortunately, I tried that. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. We have 655 viewers. Holy hell. We got to cover these minutes more. All right. We've had some not so spicy streams. It's looking like we're getting very spicy here. Good to have you. Got the search bar ready, Addy. Thank you, my friend. We are minutes from minutes, says Orange You Glad. What a good name. What's up, Justin Rudy? For I can never say your name, man. Forgentius. What's up, dude? 4 minutes till minutes. We have 4 minutes till minutes. That's correct. Duchess of DeFi. How you doing there? The wonderful, talented Duchess of DeFi gracing our stream. Good to have you. Killing it. Dude, I'm killing it, but not with the camera. The camera not working today for some reason. I don't know. I've never had this problem, especially not while live. But I get to pick my nose and scratch my butt, and you guys don't get to see it, so I'm not hating it. What's up, Craigton C? Blue Skies? Spamwick. Scamwick coming? Question mark? That's possible. What's up, Cyrus? Dude, believe it or not, ADA looking good on the weekly. We can pull up ADA. I don't have ADA pulled up, but we'll pull up ADA. Just a reminder, we're about to get the Fed meeting minutes. These are going to be big. Wow, it doesn't look bad on that candle. These are going to be a big impact. They have a big impact on markets, and so they are a big event. I'm glad we have almost 700 viewing here today. Finally got some spice back as we get these green candles. I'm all about it. I'd love to jump into ADA. Oh, wait, the reminder was we have near ADA, XRP, BIT. We haven't ever looked at BIT, I don't think. Lido, LDO, Ethereum proof of work, total crypto market cap. Damn, I should have gotten into that earlier. Pulled up here along with Solana, Ethereum proof of work again, maybe, and Shiba Inu. And we're going to look at those charts after the Fed meeting notes are published in 1 minute. 1 minute. We're looking at all the big gainers today, but I'm trying not to look at them now because I'll get distracted. Anything else moving up? Filecoin. Maybe we'll look at Filecoin, Nexo, AAVE, Rocket Pool, Dash. There's a bunch, but no time for that. No time. Who's got time? Let's see. Investing.com. Have we any publishes? Nope. Nothing leading into it. Less than 2 minutes to go. Get ready. Get ready to Google. Get ready to Google. Let me just browse over these articles while we wait. Coinbase to pay $50 million. I thought they're paying $100 million to the New York State investigation. Either way. 1 minute warning. 1 minute warning. 710 viewing. Keep smashing those likes, guys. We can absolutely get 420 likes today. We've been struggling to get 420. We've been struggling for that Blaze license. If we get 420 likes during this live stream, we will all get our blazing license for the day. We have 711 viewing. We can get 420 right now, guys. Just pick up your mouse or your finger, hit that like button, hit subscribe on your mobile device, whatever you're doing. Let's get 420. What's up, Suyash Kolap? Okay, bye. Subscribing during this live stream. Good to have you guys. Make sure you are liking and subscribing. Let's get 420 likes. We can do it. There we go. We went from 200 to 330. We can get 420 right now before the meeting. Can we get it before the notes? You have a medical Blaze license? Crypto Rancher, right on. 10 pence is detoxing. What's up, FOMO Sapien, Maggie Games, Final Kens, Granddaddy Pump, smoking it now. Blaze it up, my friend. What's up, Adam Clark, Mark Williams, Mayhem 7, Zeph. It is 2 p.m. You can't blaze here? Well, respect your local laws. It's 2 p.m., guys. Let's get these notes. Let's get the notes. Trying to reload latest news. Latest. 1 hour ago. We got to get something from the last minute or two. No, it has to be in the last minute. Let's Google it. Backing up the bong. Right on, Crypto Tucker. Right on. Does anyone see these releases? 6 minutes ago. Too late. Too late. Has to be in the last 1 minute. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 4 minutes. It's taking our time. You're in Canada, legal all day. What's up? Good, good, good. But we'll help everyone else get their license. We have almost 800 viewing now. Keep up the hype. Keep engaging with the live stream. Share it, like it, subscribe, etc. Let me turn on some tunes here. I need some tunes. They're out. Turning on the tunes. I feel like I have to talk more because we don't have the camera working today. All right. I'm not seeing it yet. Anybody? Stocks rise after latest batch of economic data. That you don't know that. That was 6 minutes ago. You didn't know the future. 5 minutes ago. I can't find it. Let's reload. Hit those likes. That's right. That's right, Duchess. The Duchess. 7 hours ago. 2 hours ago. I'm not seeing them. Anybody? Has anyone found them? Have to have the intro tune. That was made by a wonderful artist, Axel Boy. You can check him out on SoundCloud. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the notes. I need my notes. Where are my notes? Give me the notes. Just now, U.S. forces glass. Boo. Come on. 4 minutes ago. Nope. Where are my notes? I need my notes. It's been 2 whole minutes. How have we not found them? Twitter Fed Reserve. All right, we'll check that out. That's probably a really good place to look, actually. Federal Reserve. We have posted the minutes from the Federal Reserve. Here we go. A joint meeting of the Federal Open Market Committee and the Board of Governors in attendance. We're not going to read all that crap. Let's check out their notes. Developments in financial markets and open markets operations. The manager pro tem turned first to a discussion of developments in financial markets following several months of tightening. Financial conditions eased over the period as investor concerns about global risks edge lower. Hey, that's dovish. I'll take it. And incoming data showed nascent signs of moderation in inflationary pressures. I don't really even know it. What the hell does nascent mean? Just coming into existence and beginning to display signs of future potential. That's a good word. Of moderation. Huh. This is all dovish. So far, all dovish. Central bank communications actually have a really good idea. I'm going to copy pasta this. And then we're going to ask ChatGPT to make a summary for us. Let's see if this works. So far, though, in the first paragraph, we have at least 2 sentences of dovishness. Oh my goodness. These notes are absurd. I've never actually read all these notes. Okay. Let's see. ChatGPT, are you going to come through? Let's see if it can come through. I'll continue reading while I summarize the following. This message was too long. Boo! You're too long. How long can it be? We'll do one at a time, I guess. 1 second. Okay, it's summarizing. But we'll keep reading. So far, dovish 2 for 2. I'll take it. Measurements of implied volatility across... Wait. Missed one. Central bank communication signaling a lower pace of policy rate increases appeared to have contributed to improved sentiment. Okay. Measures of implied volatility across financial markets declined somewhat from the elevated levels observed in October. Consistent with the decline of volatility, model-based measurements suggest a drop in term premiums accounted for much of the decline in treasury yields over the period. Equity markets moved higher. However, equity markets contacts notes risk to growth ahead. Earnings expectations for coming quarters have been marked down. Ooh, here, ChatGPT says it summarized it for us. The Federal Open Market Committee released a transcript for its December meeting, which showed that financial conditions eased over a period due to lower investor concerns about global risks and incoming data showing a moderation in inflationary pressures. Let me jump through. Central bank communication signaling lower price. We said that. Measurements, implied volatility. Okay. Inflation compensation implied by Treasury inflation protected securities declined lower than expected. Consumer price index data and a drop in oil prices, but survey-based measurements of inflation expectations were little changed. Both market and survey measurements indicated expectations from the FOMC meeting. Oh, it just refreshed. Come on. From the FOMC to maintain elevated policy rates through 23. Wait, and survey indicated expectations of elevated policy rates through 23. That's not great. With the median response model expectation for the path of federal funds rate in 23 shifting higher by 25 basis points. All right, market's looking for 25 basis points. That's not bad. That's kind of dovish in comparison to our 50, 75, 100s. The market implied path of the federal funds rate in 2024 shifted down. Interesting. The market's looking for these interest rates to shift down in 24, likely reflecting declining risk premiums in money markets. Balance sheet reduction was proceeding smoothly, and repo rates firmed modestly relative to the overnight reserve repurchase agreement facility rate. I don't know what that means. Help me out, chat. Banks continued to increase their use of wholesale funding and expected to move deposit rates modestly higher in the coming months, which could lead to drawdowns in the overnight reserve purchase agreement facility. Market participants anticipated lower pressures at the end of the year, but the Federal Reserve's backstop facilities were available to support smooth market functioning if needed. Wow, that was a big mouthful. That was a huge mouthful. So far, what I've kind of taken away, leading the notes. This is important. Leading the notes. Leading the notes was very dovish talk. Wow. This camera is still trolling me. Very dovish talk, and that is a positive. That is a positive for markets, and maybe even explains a little bit of this upside price action that we've seen so far. Well, there it is. Boom. Called it live right here. We called it live. We're looking for maybe a little more upside and a pullback to 17. We saw that happen in real time while I was reading. Right on. Exactly as predicted, as Carl the Moon would say. Oh, by the way, I don't want to talk trash, but did anyone else notice Carl the Moon was supposed to delete his Twitter and then said he was going to delete his Twitter, and then he was like, it was a prank, bro. Quite a prank. Quite a prank there, Carl. I think he really pranked everyone. If I ever say I'm going to delete my channels because of XYZ, I'm probably lying too, so I can't really dig into him that hard. Can't dig into him that hard. Boom. There's our little retest. Are we going to hold support here? We will find out as the stream progresses. The stream progresses. Nothing burger. They're always nothing burgers. Let's be real. They're always nothing burgers, but it is a little dovish talk, and any dovish talk I will embrace with both arms. Let's take a peek. While Bitcoin chills here at support, exactly as we predicted earlier in the stream, as it chills at support, we're going to take a look at these other charts that I know you guys are dying to hear about. Dying. Let's see. I don't have my watermarks on. There we go. Let's start with Near Protocol. We were looking at Near Protocol. I will say it didn't look the best. It did have bullish divergence off of its lows on RSI. It did make what is essentially a double bottom on the day at 125.9. And we said basically, if we see a break of 134, I'm looking for $1.50. It does appear as if it's overshot that, moving to $1.63. Let's zoom it on down. Nice 4-hour open right above that $1.50 mark, being both a resistance and a psychological number. $1.50. A little bit of a pullback here going on with Bitcoin. Let's see, it's 4-hour. 4-hour looking pretty decent. This is a lower high. Momentum really up there. Lower high on VWAP while money flow rolls over from positive to negative. Could be better. The hourly time frame really showing us that uptrend here on money flow, as we're seeing 1, 2, 3 higher highs with very large moves on our VWAP. It does seem as if this is settled off. So I think this is also similar to Bitcoin, looking for that retracement. Where would I look? Probably $1.50. $1.50. We didn't see much reaction on the way up. It did backtest it actually on the hour, but maybe it's looking for, in the next 4 hours, that would actually be pretty bearish. Let's see. And 6-hour close there, huh? I would say I'm actually not, maybe I'm not looking for that. Random. Okay. Yeah, no. I'm saying 150 is probably a good spot to look. Could definitely see this kind of playing out. Very similar to Bitcoin's price action, I would say, in that sense of like you're having this staircase, not quite as concrete maybe as Bitcoin's. A little less efficiency here in this price action. But what we did see on Bitcoin was, on the 5-minute here, a low, and we really came right back to that low, tested that support. I think it's likely Near Protocol is looking for a similar move. Maybe we should pick a next upside target. Let's go to the monthly for that. There we go. Okay, pretty easy targets here. $1.73. Now this is not actually a real resistance. This is just the monthly open of last month. So trading above $1.72. Near protocol is in a bullish engulf on the month, and I think that's the logical next spot to look for profit taking. I think this lines up actually pretty well with what we're seeing here. If we see maybe that retracement doesn't make it to $1.50 in smaller time frames, maybe we see it move up to 172 before we see that $1.50. That would be a nice flush of long positions as it reaches that bullish engulfed monthly. I think that looks pretty decent. Pretty decent. Above that, so real resistance for near sitting at $2. Another psychological, another clean number here. That would be actually really crazy to see in this month. That would be pretty hype. That would be pretty hype. Okay. Getting more alerts. BTC. I guess it just broke down. Boom. Lower low, not great. So I was looking more for a back test of 17 or 16.89. Lower low today. Interesting. I wonder what the volume is on that. Pretty big volume. Pretty big volume, actually. That volume coming in here in this 5-minute candle, pushing price down, breaking support. If it trades below 16,832, I'll be a little more reconsidering of my long position. But at the moment, it's doing all right. That does not look awesome. Okay, near protocol, you're done. Let's look at Cardano ADA. Basically, looking for a move to that 31 cents. This was previous support, and so we're looking for the market to test it as resistance. And unfortunately, even if it does, it can still be inside this greater falling wedge. So falling wedge can be good or bad depending. Typically, you'll see lower lows, and they paint until a low is broken. You break out of the wedge, and you typically see this resolve to the upside. So while 31 cents would be great, it's still in the wedge. It's still in the wedge if it does it anytime in the next month. If it can move higher and possibly back to 41.6, this would be a much stronger retest or much stronger approach. 31 doesn't really get you anywhere, but hey, that's looking pretty good on the day. Market Cipher B showing us either a double bottom or potentially a slightly lower or slightly higher low here. That VWAP looking very monstrous, actually. Looking pretty damn strong. Someone said something about the weekly. I don't yet agree, but we can see here on VWAP, things are getting very tight, very coiled up on the weekly time frame. And if this week can continue to push higher, you'll have a higher high on your VWAP, and that's going to be actually a pretty great way to potentially bust that falling wedge. No divergence on your lows, that's all right. At the moment, bullish engulfed on the week. Any close above 25.9 cents is going to be decent. What about your month? You got a long way to go back to that month. Sitting just above 31.1 is the monthly open for the bullish engulf there. Not too bad. Wake me up when it breaks 31 cents. I'll make sure an alert is set. If it breaks 31.1, things can get pretty spicy. Until then, I'm just not convinced the bottom is in for ADA. ADA swung low to 23.9 cents. It's real support in my eyes. Sitting down at just under 20 cents, I'd feel much more confident about a bounce from that level than kind of randomly right here. We don't see a lot of rhyme or reason. However, there isn't always rhyme and reason to what markets do. Feel much better at 20 cents. Not convinced yet. If you can break 31 and hold it, I'll probably reevaluate my opinion. Ripple, XRP, people have been going nuts, and I can see why. On the 2nd of this year of January, we had a crazy, what seemed crazy because we haven't seen these events in a while, flash crash on Ripple XRP just below 30 cents, and that got bought up really quickly. That's why I've been calling it a flash crash. Got bought up very, very quickly, and in fact, the next day, no, in that same day, recovered all of those losses, traded to a higher high, and now is trading sideways seemingly again. We did place this trade here, looking to take a long position from our 34.6 cent support. It looks like, actually, I placed, wait, why do things keep disappearing? Having camera problems, I'm having disappearing problems. It does look like we got a little sniped here. 34 on the dot. That's why I say, please never just blindly copy. The concept was correct. The stop was fractions of a percent off. It does look like we're back into holding this support. I think this trade is still on the right side. Looking for a move on XRP to 36.8. I think that would be a pretty dandy scalp trade there. But I'm digging this. You have consolidation, a flash crash, very capitulation suggesting, and now you're ranging sideways, kind of painting maybe an inverse head and shoulders pattern on a lower time frame. I'm still looking for the same move. Still looking for that same move. Hourly time frame is all right. Looks all right. Daily still pretty ugly, but our VWAP is still trending up. I would love to see a close today for XRP above 34.8. 34.88. If we do, we have a 3-candle long setup, and that will pretty much, for me, drive home that our long position was in the right direction. I'm digging it. Digging it. Bullish engulfed on the weekly, right above our support. I'll take it. Man, money flow is still kind of brutal on the weekly. Waiting for that to improve. Maybe a test of 36.8, 37 will bring that up and make it look a little cleaner. For now, the thing that really catches my eye about XRP and Ripple is that flash crash. It has really kind of ranged sideways since June, and that wick low didn't break the previous low in June, but it was bought up so quickly that, man, that's capitulation-esque. That's what you look for. You look for those wick lows that then immediately get bought up and pushed higher. Ripple may be looking potentially even for higher than just our 36.8 cents. I don't know the timeline on that. Could take a long time. But maybe even back to the previous support throughout 21 at about 50 cents. That'd be pretty dandy. I'll take it. XRP looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Just that wick sells it for me. I absolutely am into that wick on the wick low. BIT. So this is, I think this is Bybit's native token. Bybit does sponsor our channel, but in no way will I ever endorse or, I don't know, shill an exchange's token or any token for that matter for money. So this is not related to their sponsorship. We don't want to let those kind of things influence our trading, right? Only way to stay non-biased. So let's see what we got going on here. It is one of the biggest gainers. It looks like on the monthly time frame, pretty solid support at 31.5. That was our monthly close. We've already back tested it in this month and traded higher. Unfortunately, right above us at 42? 43 cents. We have a monthly support that was broken, dumped, and now that's really what I'm seeing on the monthly time frame. This looks like it's just moving back to what was support to test as resistance, and what happens after that will likely be a very good indicator of the next few weeks. Market Cipher B could look worse on the week, and so could MACD. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks of increasing buying momentum. That's actually pretty nice looking. The reason it looks better than maybe just usual is not only are we seeing this buying momentum accelerate, we're actually seeing it maybe even start to take kind of a parabolic acceleration as the distance between the highs is becoming greater. A strong close this week will likely drive that home. Wow, look at that. People who say TA doesn't work, suck it. Look at that perfect daily backtest, man. This is a monthly level. You rejected from it. You rejected from it. Boom, you broke it, back tested, and I think you're heading for that 42.9 cents now. That's looking pretty good. It's looking very good. Everything's looking good. It's a spicy day, guys. Enjoy. I wish the camera was working so you could see my spicy reactions. Nice high on VWAP for the day. Money flow pulling down or pulling back up with momentum. This is looking, I don't know how else. I don't even know what else to say about this chart. 42.9. 42.9. That is a big, this is a huge descending pattern here. Look at this. Really has never hit a higher high. This is a giant channel. This is a giant channel. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. You can see that here our highs very much inside of a parallel channel. Looks like a hit to the middle of this channel. We actually are trading, it looks like, above the channel. Interesting. I could probably say, unless the rest of the market sees some ballistic moves, I'd probably look for 42.9 cents and then a back test somewhere on that high trend. Typically, we've seen that at least over the last few weeks. Pretty much anything breaking high trends has come back to test that high trend as support. So that would be a pretty clean move for BIT. Wow. Hourly showing a strong uptrend with a higher high on our positive money flow here. This, please never just trade based on what I say because I'm wrong all the time, guys. You don't do that. But this is looking pretty clear cut to me. I don't know what path it's going to take. I don't know what path it's going to take to that resistance, but it is zeroed in on that 42.9 or 43 cent target. That could obviously look anything. You know, this could look like this. It could look just like that. There's many paths it could take. I don't know the path. The hourly is looking good. Your longer time frames are starting to shape up, and 43 cents, man, that's looking like a clear target. Let's take a peek at Lido. Moving on. An old trade. Let's take a look at Lido, only because it's been in the top gainers for a few days now. I've had my eye on it, but I haven't really been watching this chart. So let's do a little maintenance here. Boom. Lido, man, everything, I'm loving these greens today. It's so good to finally look at charts and not just see down. It's so nice. Now, this doesn't guarantee that everything's going to go back to all-time highs, but it's at least a reprieve from the blood that we've seen over the last year plus. I'm liking it. It does look like Lido has put in a double bottom on your daily, probably weekly and monthly timeframes here, just under $1. It has now begun moving back up. It has broken its descending high trend, and it doesn't, man, kind of similar to BIT. There's not much else on this chart. It's like 162. It's looking very likely. Maybe you'll see a test of 162 and then a back test of that high trend down there. Money flow, market safer B on the day looking very strong, especially compared to what we've seen across markets or across charts here. Maybe running into some profit taking at 134 from this weekly support. You can see that. 12-hour, just back in the green. We've seen many charts move from negative money flow red to positive green, meaning money is entering these markets instead of leaving. I'm liking that look. However, I do kind of pulling onto this thought here. Something that we should really be aware of is while this is definitely exciting, definitely great, love it, this is happening on a lot of charts on the day. This is actually the 12-hour, but we're seeing this across charts, and what this is a very small green money flow bump. The problem here is unless we see continuation on that, this is looking right back to roll over. It's going to have to pull all these charts higher to sustain this rally. If it doesn't, this is looking pretty dead cat bouncy. Lots of charts are. We need to see not just a little bit of green. We need to see that green really push through. I don't think that will be confirmed until maybe above $1.63 for Lido. Yeah, that's probably about right. Let's see. Is there support down here? All right. 117. So I'm going to try a little bit of voodoo, chart voodoo here. 117 looks like a daily, this daily level, very interacted with. It might be actually a little lower at 116. We're trying to find a spot that it might look to come back down and test that descending high trend. I could definitely see it play out this way. This looks like mid-January. Mid-January, that horizontal will intersect with that descending high trend. We also see down here in February at $1. So maybe if Lido fails to find buyers here, maybe we see this. Maybe put in a higher low. Maybe put in a slightly lower low. Run the stops. I really want to see more of that kind of flash crash capitulation that we saw on XRP. That is the most confident thing that I could find on a chart right now. Is that deep, the deep V. This deep V, man. I want to see this more. Find me charts with that flash crash wick. Find me charts. Bring them to me. Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic. The long forgotten Ethereum chain fork, whatever. It definitely caught some eyes in 21 when it traded up to $180. Since then, really just seeing downside, seeing it return. Actually, this looks like a 0.5. 618, even better. Right back to its 618 retrace. I got an alert on Bitcoin again. Is it moving? From your $3 low to your $180 high, your 618 retrace really pointing out that $14.50 or $15 mark, and we do see potentially support here on the monthly time frame. Closed below both times. Nah, actually, if we take that 618, it didn't close below. Found support. We also see, looking left, historical support from 2018 at $16. That little zone right here seems to be propping up price. Right about there. This would be a great spot to bounce for it. It'd be a great bounce. Could be looking to take this back to 2378. Maybe a little higher, 2566. Either way, these are both going to be likely profit-taking, likely areas of profit-taking and rallies kind of getting snubbed out. But if it can make it past there, it's actually looking really good. No divergence on the month. That VWAP, though, we don't see this on many charts. That VWAP on the monthly, not only do we have a lower high, but it's already rounding, already looking potentially for a retrace. This is, provided the market keeps bouncing, that's where I'd be looking. Right in that pocket. That's a pretty strong, I like this low. That's a pretty strong low there. VWAP's up, but man, money flow is sinking with the rest of the market. I'm going to real quick. Yeah, that's probably good for Ethereum Classic. I'm going to really quick go back to Bitcoin because it set my alerts off. No, they're coming for my long. Those beaches. Don't come for my long. Don't do it. Get back up. We did not see a bounce. We did not see a bounce from support. In fact, we were too busy looking at other charts and we saw the opposite. If I would have caught this real time, I definitely would have been looking for lower. Serves me right for looking at that shit coins, man. Are you frozen? Are you frozen, chart? I think it's frozen. What's up, Nick Chow? What's up, my dude? Welcome to our fam. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, you know what to do. Smash the likes. Smash the subscribes. You know, the good stuff. How many likes do we have? We broke 420 likes. Hype it up. Hype it up, fam. We got 420 likes. We got 700 viewing. We went over the FOMC notes to the best of my ability. And now we're checking out your favorite altcoin charts. We did call this. So those of you just joining, we did call this a move to 16.9. We did not call the continuation to the downside. What we saw was a sell-off rejected from the level we were looking, and now we're seeing it fall farther. Does look like it broke through this support too. That's not great. This would be very bad. I say very bad, I mean short-term very bad, not actually very bad. Be very bad for my long. So will we see a back test of 16.8 and pushed lower? Let's take a peek. 5 minute not quite giving me the signal. Low is being matched after a higher high. Could look for a bounce here. Let's take a look at RSI. What does RSI have for us? We do have a lower low in RSI right here than we did right here, and that's bullish divergence on the 5 minute. However, there isn't really much, there's really nothing here, right? Even down on the 5 minute, there's not a lot of support here. There's not really a super obvious reason as to why it might bounce here. So that divergence might be a little preemptive. Might be too early. Okay, let's move this out to 15. Okay, using our volume profile, we do see a gap in volume right about here. This would be the only thing suggesting this level that I've seen so far. And that's price looking to come fill that in. I could definitely see a bounce at 16,750 if it continues to go lower. If we do back test 16.8 and reject, that's probably looking like the target. On the 15 minute, our point of control, our heavy support for this time frame, 16,723, pretty close. Pretty close. Wow, this is savage. This is momentum. 15 minutes, like building, boom, lower low. Huh. Well, we could actually create a trading plan here if we wanted to. Not financial advice. Please don't just copy what I say. Learn for yourselves. That's my hope. 16,766 right here. So what we have is what do we have? We have RSI down near these lows. There it is. If we see RSI get pulled down lower than a few hours ago, we'll hopefully be seeing that divergence on the 15. If it doesn't, I actually thought this was lower. If it does come down to here, does come down to kind of this wick low and our volume gap, we'll likely have bullish divergence as our RSIs are pretty much equal right here. So if this gets pulled down, RSI is likely to make a lower low. So if it can hold 16,765, we actually can create some kind of trading plan here. Very, very tight. Boom. Something like this. Could try something like this, looking to play that potential divergence, saying, well, if you break this low, you probably have to move that up. If you break this low, then you don't have bullish divergence. You're likely going lower, and that'll get you out of the trade. But that actually looks pretty slick. It might not fill. Time will tell. 30 minute. What's going on? Lower low on the 30 minute. Nice. You're starting to see this bullish divergence paint off of that sell-off, which is actually unexpected and pretty decent. Pretty decent. A lower high on money flow on the 30, though. That's looking pretty ugly. Same with the hour. Let's look at our 4. 4 hour. This is interesting. Our volume profile. Our 4 hour. We're right at the point of control. We're right at the highest volume traded node. Right at it. We do see a lack of volume below it and above it. This is looking to be the pivot point for our kind of short time frames. I could definitely see this playing out. Go to the 12. This is really, so on the 4 and the 12, we're right at the point of control. We see volume gaps above and below. I'm liking this. Up to 19K, there's a big carve out of volume. No volume. Price tends to fill in these gaps in volume. So when we see a gap like this above, there is a decent chance that the market's going to look to fill it. We also see a void below us, and that is unfortunate because that is also suggesting lower. That lower prices can fill in volume. Maybe if we go to like the week. Wow. The weekly, man, this is not great. We saw higher volumes up here at 20K than we do down here at 16, at least according to volume profile. And the volume profile saying, well, you got definitely resistance up at 20. That's, I believe, where our daily KJ, when we looked at Ichimoku Cloud earlier. Yep, right there. Boom, right there. That is looking like a dead line in the sand, 20K. Volume profile also suggesting you have a void below you, and it takes you to some very familiar price points. Let's place it right there. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Very familiar price point. This one's 12,000. It's not perfect. It'll be perfect if we put it on the month. Something tells me. A volume gap below, all the way down to the level we've been freaking staring at. Wow. That's not going to work, are you? Now volume profile's not working. Cool. This has been a stream of errors, of technical problems. That's okay. There we go. We can see our 13.8, our coveted monthly 2019 high. 13.8, 13.9. On Binance, it's like 14. Sitting right there in the volume gap. So as useless as this is to say, it's like we either move up to 20, move back to where we are now, hold it as support and move higher, or we're likely looking for that dump down. Fill that volume gap below us. Yeah, that's a savage hour. Well, at least it's spicy. At least it's spicy. Well, is that a rejection? Are we looking for lower? Price has moved back to 16.8. Red candle, red candle. We're very zoomed in, but that's maybe starting to look like a rejection. 500 likes. You guys did me so proud. Let's give away some memberships. I'm going to give away some memberships. So if you want to be eligible to receive them, make sure you've opted into gifts. Membership gifting on YouTube. It should prompt you when you join the stream. Also, YouTube says they prioritize, because they choose them randomly, people who have engaged with this live stream. So make sure you've subscribed. If you haven't, make sure you've hit the like button. I'm going to give you guys like 60 seconds to put something in the chat, vote in the poll, engage with the stream, and that will increase your chances. So I will gift those out. You can just spam the chat if you want. It doesn't matter. Just get that engagement up so that you have a good shot at winning, because I want you to win. You. We'll pull up total crypto. We'll do total crypto after I gift out these spam. After I gift out these memberships. What's up, John Shelley, 10 pence, BGC, Joshua Tan, Pablo Brun, Arosina, Bathwater Basin, Mo1 Amari, FPV Tron, Dobies, Mike Bennett. We got a whole crew today with 700 viewing. Let's go. Let's go. Frog Muncher. Brad Milben. Let's go. Wenford Taurus. More spam. Spam. Okay. Excellent. Uh-oh. Wait, can I not do that now? Keep spamming. Keep it up. You're doing great. Top-notch spamming. Can I not do this? Okay, I can. All right, I'm about to gift them out. Get your spams in. I'm not quite, I can't quite give out as many as the legendary Bajarki has been given out. But here we go. Congrats to the winners. What's up, Yavani Ko? Thanks for subscribing. Azmat Yula. Gaia. Dennis Miranov. Not so many subscribers. A lot of viewers. Not so many subscribers today. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're in the Discord for after the live stream. We'll be doing an airdrop. I'll make you all Bitcoin holders. Here we go. George P. Justin Yao. Keep subscribing, guys. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Overwhelming. It's over 9,000. Right on. All right, the memberships are out. Congrats to our winners. CPL, Scotty Too Hottie. Sin, my boy Sin. You deserve it out of everyone. You deserve it, man. Raging and Anchor Punked. Congrats. Enjoy your green names. If you've been given or gifted a membership over the last weeks, put one of those emojis in the chat. You can thank Bajarki, but put one of those emojis in the chat. You're ready. Yeah, ready. I guess that's not going to show up. Alert box is silenced. I don't know why that played. That was odd. All right. Just a little bit of fun. Right on. Thank you, guys. So weekly total crypto market cap. Let's do a quick run through. This is our chart. And after this one, actually, I have another one. We'll see what we can do. Our monthly closes have been very scary. $761 billion in total crypto market cap was 2019's high. This was the major resistance. It completely rejected price. We broke it, and now we've come back to test it as support. We have yet to confirm if it is or isn't support. We first touched it in June. We broke lower in November. We didn't break lower in December. We haven't broken lower in January. But our candle closed right below on the monthly time frame. And that's why this green into the new year is so exciting. Because it does seem as if the market is starting to defend $761 billion. We've seen it break through today, 769 being our local weekly resistance, and now is trading higher. Trading higher. You can see from this long string of consolidation that this is likely a profit-taking area or resistance area. But it has broken through. On a strong close today, I could see a back test of that 775 and then a move to our 618 retracement at $806 billion. Why does this matter, though? It matters because the more bullish total crypto market cap becomes, the better chance of continued and sustainable upside for the whole market, not just Bitcoin, not just whatever, for everything. VWAP on the day trading higher. Money flow is still a little sketchy, but momentum's rolling over. I like it. I like what I'm seeing. You could argue divergence on your lows here, but I'm not going to because too close. You could argue divergence on your lows on the week for sure. Your lows are clearly lower, yet your RSI is clearly higher. Momentum is picking back up, it seems, on the weekly with the strong close that'll be hammered in. And VWAP's rolling over. I really want to see that money flow catch some bids. I want to see that money flow pump up. I want to see a pump. I want to see the pump. There we go. You have a descending high trend, very far from it still. And we have even a closer descending high trend. And that's looking closer to maybe back to 1 trillion to test that. That'd be nice. That would be nice. Not a lot of other insights, though, for total. It's awesome that it's above 761 billion. But really, it's not giving us much. This was on the thumbnail, and this is what I really want to talk about today. This is going to be our chart of the day. After this, we'll finish up with Solana, Ethereum Proof of Work, and SHIB. So stay tuned. Keep smashing the likes and subscribes. So this is really what I am interested in right now. Someone pointed this out. We checked it out. I like it. So this is Bitcoin divided by the M2 supply. In my opinion, this is a better measurement of Bitcoin's price than even Bitcoin's price. Why? Because M2 is the illiquid money supply. As that money supply expands, Bitcoin has to expand or out-expand that money supply expansion to gain on this chart. So a lot of this, well, no, we won't say that. So Bitcoin's price can go up if Bitcoin doubles in price, but the total money supply quadruples in price, or quadruples. Bitcoin really hasn't gone up. In fact, it's lost. It hasn't kept pace with the money supply. This chart shows us that in a better fashion, in my opinion. I also multiplied it by a bajillion trillions so that we can actually have numbers over here. If you do BTC USD divided by M2SL on your chart, it'll just have 0. It's not very useful. So I multiplied it by a bajillion trillion so that we can have usable numbers here. What we see is the support or resistance from 2019 and the resistance from 2017-18. We can also look at our wick highs here. Total divided by the supply found support originally in May or in June of 21, which is really interesting. It bounced to a higher high there and then dropped. Lost its lows. We can see a little bit of these monthlies finding resistance at that high, at the monthly close, before falling lower in November. with Bitcoin's price down to 729, which is the exact monthly open and close of 2019. This is why originally the stream was, is the bottom in? Because I can say this. If this chart holds 729, whatever units, the bottom's in. That's it. I like that it's acted as support there. I like that we haven't gone back to test those lows. On the week, still not looking super strong. It is bullish engulfed, but you can see that wick much clearer. And VWAP pointing back up. Not a lot, not a ton there. It definitely has bullish divergence as well on the week. Lows have come up, prices come down. But this is what I'm watching. The reason actually I added all those zeros was so I could set alerts. If you don't, then there's only, you can't set alerts if they're, yeah, not going to get into it. Looking for a break of 865 or 729. If we see this break lower, I think this is the road to 13K for Bitcoin. If we move back up, I think this is the road to 20. If you break through that, all the way up here, this is probably the road to like 40. Something like that. So there we are. I don't know what direction it'll go. Right now, I'm favoring the upside, favoring the bottom being in, but time will tell. We don't know. Let's move on to Sol. So I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this because I tweeted and everyone got mad I tweeted. We were looking all the way back here. We were looking for a move down to 902 or 801. We completed a full measured move to 801 or 796. We were off by a few pennies. We were then looking for a move back to 1250. So this, you guys, hopefully someone found, picked up on this and said, Tom, you were looking for these V-shaped capitulation dumps. Isn't this one? I will say, since it closed above 1250, it is. It is potentially. Absolutely. Which is potentially very good because if Sol doesn't hold this low, I mean, we're looking for like 475, maybe even as low as $3. But this is a good close yesterday. We do have a higher high today with a red candle. I'd like to see that shape up into the close, as this is pretty threatening. We have lower lows on money flow. VWAP is flattened out, and we can see money flow even looking to roll back down. What I'd like to see on Sol, potentially a test of 1250. If that holds, you have a very janky looking inverse head and shoulders. You'd look for a break of 14, back test to 14 for a complete pattern. But at the moment, it just seems frozen. 1250, since it has been broken, likely point to look for a bounce if it does move down there. We were looking at this in the last stream, and I said, man, I haven't seen this kind of price action in so long with these flags, these beautiful flags. And for once, I actually looked for upside on a flag because it was so compelling. We got it. It overshot. It overshot. Looking decent. That's how charts go, man. It could look like garbage one day, and in one move, all of a sudden, it can look pretty good. Hourly definitely showing some weakness. This is looking like the most possible move to me. Move back to that 1250. Probably not a bad spot for those of us who are very risky. Probably not a bad spot to look for a move. Potential trade. Something like that. I'm going to bring this a little lower. There we go. Potential trade setup. I can see that playing out. I do like this. Like, this has the potential for capitulation. This could be the bottom. We just have to see 1250 hold. Can definitely trade a little lower, probably even 1178 without breaking the structure. Probably some kind of trend line we can draw. Here we go. Something like that. Look for this ascending low. This ascending low trend line breaks. Likely moving back to 8. I'm going to keep my eye on this. Solana, pretty good chart. I'm surprised. I did not expect it to break 1250. But hey, like I said, I'm wrong all the time. Please don't just copy my trades unless you want to be wrong with me. This is Ethereum proof of work. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. I just saw that it was a big mover today. On the daily, we can see that is true. It has almost a 20% gain over the last 24 hours. Here's your problem. Yeah, you have a huge gain, right? That's awesome. But if you look at it in perspective, it really hasn't gone anywhere. The day before was a 22% down day, followed by a 20% up day. Basically, I need Ethereum proof of work to close today above $3. I don't know if it has it in it. This is looking a pretty wonky chart. If it can do that, it looks pretty solid for that bullish engulf on the day. If not, I don't know. Where is the bottom for this? We used our Fibonacci extension and retracement tool, connected our lows to our highs, and that gave us 172 and 106. Those would be, in my opinion, much more logical spots to see this chart bounce. Let's add this too. On the way back up, if we do see a significant bounce with follow through, we have 433 from our monthly open and close, likely acting as resistance above us if we're even moving back there. But that would be actually pretty in line with what we've seen in the market. We've seen kind of these dumps and then move back to previous support to test as resistance. I could definitely see that happening. Ugly. I'm not so bullish on this. I love proof of work, but I'm not a huge fan of when things fork and make new chains. Shiba Inu, I don't even know why I pulled this up, but what the hell? What the hell? Just above support. This is where we were looking. Just above, hanging on there by a prayer. We do see a here we see a 3-candle sell pattern. Long red body, small green body, long red body, which engulfs it. But it hasn't sent price down very low. That's kind of interesting to me. It hasn't gone back to support. It's kind of hanging out above support. On the 1 hour, this is real weird. I don't like those top wicks. Those top wicks usually are indicative of selling pressure. But the hourly kind of looks like it wants to roll over on Market Cipher B. For the hour, not so much on the 4 hour, though. That's pretty savage. I'm still looking for the same spots. I don't think much has changed there. I don't really remember why I pulled it up. Let's see. Anything else popping? Is anything else popping, guys? What's up? FPV Trond subscribed. Cody Penrose subscribed. Brad Milben subscribed. Thanks for joining us for the only non-videoed stream we've ever done. For some reason, my camera decided to quit on me today. Never had that happen. Never had it happen. Little janky, but we've had 700 viewers pretty much all day. Not as many subscribers. Make sure you guys are smashing the likes and subscribes. Help us grow. 615. AVAX. I will look at AVAX. I said that we might. So let's do it. Okay. AVAX, in my opinion, looking very much like ADA. Still in the same condition as when we looked at it last. We were looking potentially from a long at that $12 support. It did trade lower, down to $10.60. It's not a lot. I mean, we're still in this wedge. Take it or leave it. I do like this. The week is currently bullish engulfed. Closing this week above 1173. Looking good. This was previously support, now being tested as resistance, so AVAX may be a little ahead of the game there. I like that. Definitely bullish divergence on your lows for the week. It was oversold in June, hasn't come back to oversold, yet price has declined. VWAP, yeah, this actually looks pretty good. So our momentum lows are very hesitant to break. Money flow is coming down, that's definitely bearish, but VWAP now pointing up, and these lows are kind of looking to roll over for me. I don't hate that. I don't hate it. On the month, you really have to see this month settle above 1195. You just have to see it. If you can manage this month above 1195, sorry, I think $17 is in its future. This was clearly support on the monthly. Price broke below it. No back test. A move back here would fit pretty in line with what we're seeing, and hopefully you don't see a dump. Because if you lose this, if you reject from $12 on AVAX, you had very inefficient price action in January of 21. It took you from $3 to $14. barely stop to take a breath. If you reject from 1195, I'd be looking all the way down at 433. This is when shit gets serious. Again, cereal. But our trade is still alive. Just barely in profit now after that low. I would like to see this low hold. Let's put this here. Boom. AVAX. Don't know. Ooh. Here's a little daily indicator for you on AVAX. Right here. You were oversold. You never reached overbought. And it looks like you came right back to that oversold status. And it looks like if you can close higher today, you have a good RSI high. And what this is would be a pretty classic swing. Is it swing divergence? Wait. I just forgot the name of this. I've said it a million times. Swing? Crap. I can't remember. That's weird. I'm drawing a blank. What is this? A swing? RSI. Man, I can't remember. Chat, can you remember it? It's not a swing failure. Is it? Swing failure? Swing rejection? Swing... Either way, I can't remember what it's called right now. But essentially, this is a pretty strong reversal signal when you get this. Damn, I don't know why I can't remember that. Today's not my day. If that plays out, I mean, $17 on the table. I really would like to see it settle a little bit higher this week, a little bit higher this month, and I think it's on course. I think this trade's looking very good. So, good luck. Good luck with your AVAXs. I think I bought some. Not a lot. Filecoin. Let's take a look at Filecoin quick. We've done a lot of charts today. This chart's gonna be ancient. February. This chart's a year old. Oh god, I can't even imagine what I was looking for then. Okay. That seems like a pretty safe trade. It's either gonna go to negative 300,000 or 2 million. I don't know what happened here. TradingView has issues when you like go from log to regular. It sometimes will do this. All right, Filecoin does look like it broke its support. $5.51. Didn't backtest it as resistance. That's probably a good upside target for anyone looking for one. And man, you are down in your mucky lows. Oh wow, that's not ideal. The only support that exists for Filecoin right now is the one it tested last month. That was a perfect, wow. Kind of wish I would have looked at this last month. Why didn't you guys tell me to? I'm sure someone did. 235, perfect touch last month. If you lose that, I mean, you're effed. You lose that support, you're probably effed. Because there ain't nothing below you. Go into price discovery to the downside, and who knows what you see next. Let's get rid of a bunch of this. Man, you are down. You're down in the dirty. I definitely could see this, though. Weak. Ooh, maybe avoiding a lower low here if you can settle up higher this week. I like that. Looks like some kind of divergence on this low. You know what? It is so hard to want to short something that's 25% away from its all-time low. I think that playing the bounce is likely the smarter play. I think that's a more probabilistic play. You have very strong support that was broken at 542. I think that price is going to look to move back up there. This is a lot of consolidation. These are weeks. So this is from 2018 to 2020 in May. This better hope it can hold it. Because if it doesn't, God knows what's next. Huh. Daily looking very strong. Wow. Daily has been selling forever. But what we've seen since June of last year is our money flow lows have come up. Look at this VWAP rocketing. It's actually looking pretty decent. Pretty decent. I think what we see is a test of 114 and maybe a higher low. That brings us up to 550. That's looking pretty good. That could break the trend, back test it, move up. I'm definitely setting an alert. If this thing loses that support, it's just rip. I mean, obviously, it doesn't mean it's necessarily dead, but that is really bad news. I would look, if I was taking any scalping or long position on this, I would look to stop that just below the low. You run the risk of getting run on liquidity, but that's always a risk. Okay, a little bounce. Back to BTC, a little bounce. We broke our high there. Cool. Money flow trying to back up on the 5. Ooh. I like this. All of the pieces are here for me. VWAP's moving up. Momentum's looking to potentially cross at 0. And look at this really small money flow dot of red on the 15. This can be a pretty strong setup. Can be. This is a fresh candle. You know what? I'm going to make this a little tighter. There we go. See if that fills. Please no stop us out. Please no stop. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. This might not be the ideal spot. Honestly, probably should have looked to take that from where my stop is instead of stopping it there. But whatever. That is life. Our long trade's still holding on. We do have a higher low off of our hourly. That's kind of surprising. Shout out to BingX. Love trading there. Let me read the chat. I haven't really read the chat. Chainlink asks Matthew. Matic asks Live for Love. What's up, Modern? Have I looked at BNB? I have not looked at BNB yet today. We've looked at a lot of charts, guys. I don't think I can do all of these requests, unfortunately. I think I can do them all. Let's see. Or anything people are requesting moving right now? Not so much. Not so much. Check out Ethereum. We can check out Ethereum. That's a staple. Ethereum, I know. I got an alert on Ethereum. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it broke its high range. Let's take a peek. Broke its high range. Right on. Last stream, literally, we were saying break 1220 or 1165 and I'll give a shit. You broke 1220. Huzzah. Your next resistance above 1300. I think that's looking pretty good. I think a better way to make that move would be to backtest 1220 and then move up to 1300. That might be the stronger path. Lower low on money flow, higher VWAP. Kind of conflicting daily time frame. Weekly looking solid. That's a solid week. 4 days, 4 hours to go. Trade above 1220. Close above 1220. And you have a 3 candle bullish setup there as your red candle here was engulfed on both sides. That's definitely looking for upside with that close. 1300, I'm just not sure if 1300 will break. If it does break, your next upside target, 1,420. And the problem, I guess, with this is even if you hit that by the middle of January, you're still just in this symmetrical triangle. This is kind of annoying. Pretty annoying. No divergence. Not a lot going on there. Momentum's up. Let's look at the monthly maybe. My target's 1300. 1300. I would love to see a break. We'll go to 1,420, but not quite there yet. XYO. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. I didn't look at BONK or whatever the F it is people are being noobs about. Guys, if you can't resist your newbie nature and you have to buy BONK, if you find yourself unable to resist, highly recommend you follow kind of the tomcrown crap coinin style, which is, wow, this is garbage. Which is, if you can't resist it, just grab yourself a really tiny bag. Don't risk a lot on meme coins. That'd be my opinion. BONK, from my knowledge, BONK is nothing. It's just like Shiba. And I think that's probably what's going on here, is people that missed out on Shiba are thinking BONK will do the same. We did see Solana rise more than expected, and people are attributing that to this BONK coin. They're attributing that. Why can't I find all this history? I'm skeptical if this ever existed. But it's just a token. It's just minted. It's not decentralized. There's nothing decentralized about it. It's just like Shiba. Someone imagined into existence this coin, and the coins then were distributed from them. I guess it was airdropped to the Solana community, which actually makes me much more bearish on it. Airdrops mean people have entries for free, and when things don't go well, they typically look to get that money back. BONK, I wonder if there's more history somewhere. BONK. Polonex, maybe? There we go. Whoa, that looks off. What? BONK. BONK, BONK, BONK. What has the longest history? I don't see it. True, maybe. BONK related to SBF and Almeida. I mean, Solana definitely is. So it might not be a terrible hunch. There's very little to go on. We really can't do analysis on this chart. This is only traded for a few hours. I guess what we can say is, well, we've seen it trade as high as this and as low as this. This is super shady. So Coingecko, I trust. Coingecko says that 50% of this was distributed to the Solana community, airdropped. Yet it says that it started trading in December of 22. I can't find that. I can't find that anywhere. Where's the longest history? So yeah, it's saying like it was traded somewhere, but then it's saying its market cap was 0 as of today. If it was airdropped, I mean, I have Solana. Did I get this? Not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. This is shady. Where did it trade? Where's that price data coming from? That seems manipulated. If we want to just pick out targets, pick out numbers, we could say, all right, look at the 618, look at the 0.5. Those are like 2x's, 2x higher, something like that. I don't know. I don't know how to do TA on this. You bought BONK January 1st. How? Where? According to every exchange, it didn't trade anywhere January 1st. Where did you buy it? Who said that? Kalinjig. Where did you buy it? Okay, Uniswap. Did you buy it on Uniswap? I don't know, man. I'm not saying you're lying, but I'm kind of skeptical. What is this? What? Every chart I look at, it's different. This is weird. I guess Uniswap. Every chart I look at, it has like a different, looks totally different. Like, what's up with this? I don't get it. I don't even know what to say about this. This is weird. I'm very skeptical. I think I've said that a few times. That's pretty much how I feel. And it looks like you have some support here. Whatever this is. Looks like you have some resistance up here, whatever that is. Currently bullish engulfed. I don't really have a lot to say about it. On Sol, not Uni. Then why? I just don't get it. TradingView doesn't have the history. BONK. See, Uniswap. I don't see any other swap. I don't see any swap. Any spot swap. Coingecko listed 2 exchanges when I looked at it up yesterday. No way I'd touch it. That's honestly how I'd feel. If you're in this and you believe in it, good luck. Same thing I said to the shibbers. Good luck. This chart's weird. Can't really figure out what the right history is. I kind of used an equation to create this. This equation doesn't really look the best. I've never heard anyone talk about this outside of like yesterday. Dot's about to explode. How come? I don't see it moving. All right, follow dot. Man, we've gone through like 30 charts today. This is like a chart extravaganza. Oh, look at that. Look at that. From support. All right. Yeah. Dot not looking bad. Kind of following the rest of the market here. We were looking at it before. It was in a descending channel. We were waiting for it to break to the upside. It looks like it's breaking to the upside. Came very close to support. $5. That's the target I'd look for. If it can make it past $5, it can probably put in some good gains. But that's really just the support it tested before it broke to the downside. Testing it as resistance would be pretty logical. I think that's likely what's in store for it, to be honest. FBTC. Yeah, I did hear someone said it broke out. So let's take a peek. We're waiting for it to break out. Nice. Right on cue. Right on our line. Awesome. Does look like Ethereum. FBTC made some moves in the last like 3 days. 3 green candles. Broke past 0.726 resistance. But more importantly than that, it looks like it's finally breaking out of this forever symmetrical triangle it's been in. Forever. It never invalidated its lows. That's remarkable. Remarkable. Honestly, this is no surprise to anybody who's been watching this channel for a long time. We've been waiting for this gosh darn move to 0.1 or 0.11 for a long time. We identified a head and shoulders back here. We saw it catch bids at support, and we said, this might be looking to paint a bigger inverse head and shoulders. That's what it did. Literally, none of this has moved in months. FBTC has followed this TA perfectly. Now looking to break to the upside on this triangle. Next resistance, 0.77. Very solid place to look to take profit on a scalp. Potentially on a back test, a great place to look to enter a position. Woo! FBTC. Market Cipher B saying, let's go, choo-choo. On the day, even on the week, I think it's looking pretty good. Wow. Ethereum is, from what we're seeing right now, in this moment, and that could change. What we're seeing in this moment, Ethereum is looking to outpace Bitcoin for a while. And momentum on the monthly slowly trickling off. If it can break 0.77, I'm all about it. Full steam ahead. That's looking pretty good. Pretty good. You know, this stream did not go so bad for no camera. We still have 550 watching. We've been live forever. 2 hours, 550 watching. We had like 700 or 800 earlier. Love it. Make sure you guys have subscribed and jumped into the Discord for after the stream. You'll get some free Bitcoin just by being in the Discord after the live stream. Chat, or link is in the chat. It's also in the video description below, but that's discord.com or discord.gg/tomcrown. Join us. We're live here like every day, going over the charts, updating you guys on what's happening. Usually with a camera on. Usually. Man, we have gone through so many charts. We've gone over the Fed notes. We've gone over Bitcoin. We've gone over our live stream trade. We've gone over NEAR. We've gone over Cardano, ADA, Ripple, XRP, BIT, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Ethereum USD, DOT, AVAX, Lido, ETC, Filecoin, total crypto market cap, Bitcoin divided by the M2 supply, Solana, Ethereum USD, SHIB. We've gone over a lot. This has been a full stream, and it's been hype as hell thanks to you guys. It's all thanks to you guys. Dennis D. Koenig and Sanjua Narayana. Saiden Me Love. Cody Penrose. Already got that one. Not a ton of new subscribers, but it's good to see our fam back in the hype zone. Charts are up. Things are looking pretty damn good. We've been looking pretty awful for like a year. Things are finally looking good, and potentially it is time to start wondering if the bottom is in. I've already said it is, but it's time to start wondering. It's time to start thinking about it realistically. I'm liking it with the dovish kind of the dovish notes that have come out today from the Fed. Ooh, look at our trade doing all right. Things are looking decent. The next FOMC meeting is early February. Unfortunately, we don't have one this month. That'll give us further clarity. I should schedule that stream very soon. Make sure you've checked out our sponsors, Bybit, BingX, and Market Cipher. Links in the chat in the video description below. Sign up using my links. Costs you nothing. You'll get some nice bonuses for doing so. And it helps support the stream because we don't take money from to shill coins or to shill whatever. We're here because we love crypto, not because we love money. Sometimes they're both hand in hand. So I think that's about the time to do it. We have a bunch of trades open, a bunch of goodies. I'm going to fix my camera for next time. What's up, Nay Probs? Thanks for the late subscribe. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, jump in the Discord, join us for our next live stream. I haven't scheduled it out, but likely it will be Friday the 6th. So I